The crime, both boys admitted, had been months in the planning, and they'd had every expectation of getting away with it.
The intention was always to murder from the very beginning. It was all part of the plan to commit the perfect crime, to do this crime that would be sensational and to get away with getting the ransom. That was the intention.
As a police stenographer took down their words, first Loeb, then Leopold, described how they'd rented a car under an assumed name to use on the day of the murder, and typed out the ransom note even before they chose their victim.
The afternoon of the crime, they were rolling around the neighborhood in their rental car looking for a victim, literally looking for a victim.
And suddenly, on the other side of the street, they saw Bobby Franks, who was the cousin of Richard Loeb. They drive up behind Bobby Franks. Richard, who's sitting in the back seat, invites Bobby into the front seat. And then as soon as Bobby is inside the car, the murder takes place almost immediately.
Leopold and Loeb confessed that they'd bludgeoned Franks with a chisel, then crammed a rag into his mouth, which had suffocated him. Then they'd driven out to the wetlands near Lake Michigan, stopping along the way for hot dogs and root beer. Poured acid over Bobby's face and genitals to obscure his identity, and pushed him into the drainage pipe where he'd been found. Crow, hoping to build his case and cement the boy's guilt in the public mind, now had Leopold and Loeb retrace their steps on the day of the murder, leading investigators and a caravan of journalists from the hardware store where they'd purchased the chisel all the way to the spot where they disposed of the body.
The two most helpful people in sorting out the evidence were Leopold and Loeb themselves. They were sort of giving a guided tour to the people that were going to eventually prosecute them. It just sort of almost boggles the mind how much they gave away.
They literally demonstrated how they had done it and walked them through the scenes of the crime as if once they were discovered, they were proud of the plotting.